When I first saw Woodlawn, it was just kind of nestled down in this meadow. It just had this simple architectural style that I loved, you know, from the late 18th century. And when I got inside the house, it was fascinating to find that everything in the house was handmade, you know, from the bricks to the beams to all the doors and the trim works. And the floors were all hand-planed, all the woodwork was hand-planed. And I just felt that it was very worthwhile to save this house. The house was disassembled in less than 2 weeks. Once the missing pieces were recut, it just reassembled like a puzzle. I specialize in restoring old houses, especially 18th century houses and early 19th century houses. I'm a firm believer in keeping existing houses in use. This is the base of quite a large double chimney, which will be the most significant architectural feature of this house.
You know, you could probably easily say this is over 400 years old, and you just can't physically get wood like this anymore.
The frame of this house has no nails in it. It's all put together with wooden pegs. We put the house back together with mortise and tenon frames, with using all the existing summer beams that we had, plus re-milling new beams that were either damaged by insects or water. Each house built then was slightly different. They weren't carbon copies of houses that you see being built today. See how you can see saw marks on this one?
It's weathered, yes, but it's not bad. It'll last a long time.
The window just happened to encroach upon this angle brace.
We're getting toward the end of the repair phase of the project. Every bit of the framing of the house has come through this shop, and we've pulled nails and done repairs. We've got a number of windows that we're finishing up the repair work on. Some of the sills were rotten and needed replacement.
Today, we would have framed the window and then applied all these different moldings. They took one piece of timber and carved all these elements out of it with hand planes. It's just absolutely amazing. The house has a unique shape in its elevations and the fenestration of the house that really could only be achieved by reusing exactly the same materials. This bead is something that was a pretty common detail in woodworking in the 18th century. The siding was all put back up with the same sort of nailing patterns. All of the floorboards were put back down in the same way that they came up.
Not going to be on America's Most Wanted tonight, am I?
You ever noticed all the nail holes? They look like black bugs.
You have up here our wood cedar shingles that are nailed to these lathing boards, the skip sheeting boards. And they're spaced like that so that the air circulates underneath them. Originally, when you entered the house, you were in this large side hall that ran the full length of the house, 30 feet by 12 feet, that contained the main staircases. And what you would see to your left were simply two doors that separated the side hall from two parlors.